Now we have the clear evidence that an embryo which is frozen, thawed, produced in a test tube can produce new life, and that is what we want for the northern white rhinos.
Please.
Enter. We assess the reproductive health of each individual so that we can have a better idea how the outcome of our intervention will be. So it is a very complex program, and we are very, very happy that we have now achieved this milestone. Before it was oocyte collection in a rhinoceros itself, because it is a very challenging procedure to harvest oocytes from a 2-ton individual. Then the next step which we achieved was producing out of these oocytes in a test tube the first embryos. And now we can show, even if the embryos are frozen and kept in liquid nitrogen for several years, we saw them and they are capable to produce new life. The baby will be raised milk-wise by lactation from the southern white rhino, but it will spend most of the time with the northern white rhino, so to learn how to be a northern white rhino, because that is a really important element of surviving in the landscape of Central Africa. Because the southern white rhino lives in the savanna, which is a completely different habitat than what the northern white rhinos actually do. The last northern white rhino, you have to remember, was born in 2000. That was the last little baby which hit the ground from this subspecies. So we had a gap of more than 20 years. But with this new technology, we see that we have a really fair chance to achieve this, the first pregnancy of this magnificent species in this year. But the pregnancy length of a rhino takes 16 months. So it's a long journey for the baby. However, that brings us to the birth in early 2026. And then from there, we will have many more rhinos, because we have already 30 embryos, pure northern white rhino embryos, which are all waiting for being transferred. And then when the first babies are born, we're working on the genetic variation with the stem cell technology, where we use skin cells from deceased animals to provide more genes for the population. Can be used as a blueprint for other critical endangered, like the Sumatran rhino. However, we should keep really in mind it is a very expensive and very complicated process, and it should be not a blank card for bad decision makers, so that they are irresponsible with the natural resources of our planet. We want to fix mistakes, errors from the past, but we want not provide a new toolbox for making future bad decisions.
Na mama tena pembe ni mrefu.